This is an example of how to use Google Trends data along with background demographic data to do a correlational study of predictor variables. Let's suppose that your criterion variable is the number of searches for COVID. So we're going to type in the search term COVID, and we are going to see the relative frequency of that search term over the last 12 months. Now, let's scroll down, and we can see a sub-region, state-by-state analysis of how frequently this particular search term was found in the different states. 50 states plus District of Columbia for 51 different regions. Let's download a CSV file with these data. We click on that. And let's title this file COVID Searches by State. Now I'm going to click on that file, and I'm going to make the data more useful for us. Now the file will open in Excel. And this particular file has to be cleaned up in certain ways before we can use the data. We're certainly going to have to change the order from top to bottom to make it alphabetical state by state in order to fit into the data that is in the rest of the skeleton table that has already been given. Here are the data that have come down from that downloaded file. Let's get rid of the first 3 rows. We click on Edit, Delete, Shift Cells Up, and now in row 1 we see Alaska, and we still see the number corresponding to Alaska 100. We want to reorder these 51 cases, the 50 states plus District of Columbia, and we want to reorder them alphabetically because that's the way our other data have been organized. So we click on the first column that we want to order, and then we're also going to highlight the next column because we want to reorder that too. But we clicked on A first because that's the column whose order we want to preserve. It's already ordered according to column B. We want to reorder it according to column A. And then we go over to our sorting, ascending, and we click on that. And now it's ordered alphabetically. Alabama comes first over Alaska. But notice that it has preserved Alaska's number of 100 and ordered that in its proper place. Now what we're going to do is we are going to highlight all 51 of those cases, and actually we just need column B, which is the search column. We're going to copy that with a Control-C, and now we're going to look for another file, a file I have already sent you. It is a skeleton file that already has all kinds of background data, such as the density of the population, the overall population state by state, the level of religiosity, the percentage of people with 4-year degrees, advanced degrees, the Gini index of inequality. A higher number means more unequal. The percentage of males in that particular state, the median age, the percent under age 18, the percent over age 65, the African American percentage, and the Latinx percentage. And notice that I've already included the particular names of the variables, including the column N that you are going to fill in based upon the searches on Google Trends. In your case, in this particular case, the search for COVID, your particular topic will be different. So I'm going to get into the cell that goes along with Alabama, and I'm going to paste. There we go. And notice that Alabama is still at 58, and notice that Alaska is still 100. Let's go down to the 52nd row, and that should be Wyoming. Remember, we're using the top row here for our labels, and then we have 51 data points, so the last data point should be for Wyoming. Okay, we have now entered all the data you need for your study. What we're going to do is we're going to download these data as another file. We're going to download as a CSV file, and we're going to call this CSV file COVID Geographic Demography. And we're going to save that. And we'll be able to work with that later in the statistical program called JASP.